This is a hold up. Put your hands in the air. It's a hostile takeover. How the hell is everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing fine. Y'all, I just can't tell you how mesmerized I have been for a hot minute now watching this hot mess go down. I mean, Lord have mercy. Wait a minute. Fumble? American Honey, how did you get a wrench? Barefoot? Hey, Barefoot. Fat Fatty, you got. Wait a minute. You got a wrench too? What? What the? What the hell is going on? This retrograde has been crazy. I mean, it's just been crazy. Crystal Land, much love to you, girlfriend. Glad to see you here. Sweet baby Jesus, it's Charlie sending love. Joy Perry, what's going on? Catfish. Oh, Catfish, nice to see you have a wrench. And Georgia girl, I know that's right. Like I turned around and I thought that I was. It's been some strange things in the workings, y'all. I don't know what's really going on. And I don't know. I can't tell. One thing I sure know is true. Everything's going to hell. So stick your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye. Come on now, mamas and daddies, don't you cry. Yeah. Oh, Fast Eddie is the master wrench. Well, guess what? I went somewhere today and I got to be the winch with the wrench. How about that? Damn, American Honey, if I'd have known, I'd have done it a long time ago. I, I really am not sure exactly how I ended up here, but kind of glad I did. It's nice to see everybody. This is not my channel, by the way. So I'm just here as a guest because your host with the most had to go take a shit. So I said, well, why not make this a hostile? Cut shoot. Hey, girl. Hey. I said, why not just go ahead and make this a hostile takeover? Um, and, you know, just have fun. Yeah, I mean, I can't see anything wrong with having fun. So, um, apparently there was an OTT show today, and I was out picking cotton because that's my new job. Since I don't get out and touch grass enough, I figured I could get out and go pick some cotton. And so hang on just a second. I'm sorry. Hang on. I can't do two things at once. Give me a second. Hang on. I'm coming, I promise. Don't tell me how to live my life. Okay, okay. Whew, man. Okay, so there we go. Okay. So, anyways, yeah. So it's been so nuts, y'all. Like I just yesterday, I don't even know if I'm even supposed to talk about any of this over here. I don't know what the rules are over here or nothing. I'm just a guest. I better not say too much. So, oh, Christine wants to call the cops on Belle. Boss hates twin mama. I mean, that's about all I got. Jane, I'm with you on that one. Yeah, Christine wants to call the cops on Belle because apparently something happened on the OTT. I'm not real sure what happened, but Belle, you know how you have these little sayings that are like, um, ooh, That's so good, make you want to slap your mama. She kind of said something along those lines. I don't know. But Christine thought that Belle was saying she wanted to smack her upside the head. So she wanted to call the cops because she was scared. Which, let me just say that and I know some people fall on one side, some people fall on another. I'm going to fall to the side of caution, you know, and say that we all know that she is mentally challenged, and so I will say that the expectation for her to take things the way that we take them is not the same. So I can't be too hard on that. I personally can't. Now, that doesn't mean that that reflects the views of this channel, because I really don't know. I'm just saying for myself that um I can see where she would have gotten she could have gotten, because I didn't see it. I just heard about it. Um oh well, Lambrow, my understanding is that Christine blocked Belle in her chat because Belle didn't come to her chat enough or something. I don't know. And then I guess Christine says that Belle hasn't been at her channel since she blocked Dale and Leanne. But I don't know, because I don't pay that much attention. So, and Raditha, I think you asked what sent Eric into a tailspin yesterday. And hey, Avery, it's good to see you. Um, so yeah, oh, wait, hey, are you here to help me out?
I don't know nothing of anything. I'm just here to keep you company.
Oh, right on, right on. Well, you sit right there. It's a hostile takeover. Sneaky
Uh-oh.
Pete, yeah, Sneaky Pete's in the house. So Fumble had to go take a dump.
Imagine that.
I know, right? So, okay, so Eric yesterday, I think and this is just me from my perspective, not taking into account anybody else's thoughts or opinions. Uh-oh, Fumble's locked out of the scream yards now. No, we don't have rules. I thought you said there were no rules, Fumble. Oh, okay, good. He said we got rules, no rules. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sorry, I didn't hear you knocking at the back door. Sometimes you gotta like knock a little louder. Mm-hmm. And she's here to keep me company, and she's got me on mute. Little hooker.
I don't
I
know how
still love
to
her.
do this. I see that everybody's saying hi, but I don't know how to still be in chat. So, hi, everyone.
Yeah, you probably well, if so, do you see on the are you on a phone or an iPad, or what are you on?
Well, I'm on my phone, but I can get my iPad.
Oh, well, if
Is it?
you're on your phone and you're in the screen yards, you're not going to be
Mhm.
able to see chat.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
See, I
So,
told you I don't know what I'm
yeah,
doing.
that's where you just bust in and respond. Like if you see something in chat, you just be like, blah, 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 and take over, and everybody else will just shut up eventually.
Lord. All right, I'm gonna get my iPad that way I can follow chat too.
Okay, cool. Cool, cool.
Going
Riz
back
Man
on
was
mute.
throwing my facts though. I also believe she likes some of the drama. Sorry, y'all. Oh, I didn't Racing Stars, I don't know what was said. Um Hang on, let me go back up and see. I agree, Crazy Brat. I agree. And you know what? That's exactly what I said a long time ago when Marzi was up there doing all this and Christine was going around, and Marzi knew that Christine was telling stories, but she wasn't correcting it. She was basically helping to ag it on. And she definitely needs supervision, and not from the adults, not from any adult on here. She needs supervision from her own life. It's just, and I'm not trying to be ugly or mean. It's just not, it can be a very ugly place. It really can. So, um, okay, from what I gathered, Christine blocked Belle. Belle said something to the effect of, "It was like a slap in the face." Christine misunderstood that phrase, so she thinks that Belle wants to slap her. Yeah, I think that's about a good summation right there, Georgia girl. Wow. Yeah, and if Riz man is saying that she needs supervision, like, I don't know who the hell Riz man is, but they seem to put some weight into what he says over there. I hope they listen, because that ain't no good situation for real. And I don't mean everybody be mean and just fucking abandon her. Yes, I'm coming, Raditha. I ain't forgot about you yet. Or be ugly to her or nothing like that. But yeah, exactly, American Honey. They do put her in the line of fire by using her channel like that. And those people know that Jim and Mark don't care. They don't care. So, hell, they're the ones fucking probably doing half the shit. I mean, I'm sure he harassed her mom until her mom was freaking scared. And somebody did something to get her food stamps taken away. Which, like I told Dana when I talked to Dana, um, couldn't shoot. You don't have to keep your mouth shut. This is your chat too. I mean, that's what Fumble would say. If by all means say exactly what you need to say. And that's one thing is that, you know, I personally feel like that people have to be, not have to be, but people should be um a little more thick skinned if you're going to jump into something, if you're going to talk shit. Don't have the expectation that someone or everyone is going to just come to your aid or rescue, but also don't be afraid to stand up for what you believe, and if you get a little bit of shit for it, guess what? We've all gotten shit at some point or another. Nobody's immune to it. So, and I agree, Charlie. I'd rather people just be fucking blunt with me. You know? I mean, okay, Raditha, let me answer your question just as soon as I read this text message. Uh oh. Uh-oh. Apparently Christine's over there. They done made her cry. What the hell? I do have a little bit of a heart, y'all. I can't lie. And she does not while yes, she is probably a little more intelligent than what most people give her credit for. I still don't think she has the same reasoning that we do. So, um, I had this conversation with that lady Dana the other night, and I explained to her, I really don't want to hurt Christine. I don't. Like, I don't want her to, I would never go real life. I don't think anybody over here would go real life on her. That's not what I have seen. Hey, MRH. I agree, Fast Eddie. She is smarter than Johnny Yarborough. In a lot of ways, she really is. Um, No, they don't have her best interest at heart. And everybody knows it. Because really and truly, the only person, the there were two people that ended up helping her the other night with food. That was Dana, and then that Katie Coppola chick. She went on to Amazon and bought her some stuff and sent it to her. Now, in all of that, let me just say, Christine did make the comment that, she could get help from her family if she really needed it. So it's a double-edged sword. They're trying to get what they can get out of it. She's trying to get what she can get out of it. And it's just not a good situation. And she does have other communities that she's been a part of and people here and there trickle in or whatever. But you can't just take over someone's channel to fucking shit talk and slam and drag other people and not expect that she's gonna end up with the target on her back. I mean, what did they expect? And that target has been one for bean bags, but at the same time, there is boundaries. There are boundaries. And it's getting out of hand as far as like, this whole situation with Belle scaring her by what she said, even though what Belle said wasn't meant the way that she took it. Her mental capacity is not normal. It's just not. So I know, Crystal Ann, I was just asked to come hold down the fort for a minute while somebody went and took a dump. But I think he went to Africa to take a dump.
Can I interrupt for just a second?
Sure.
How did, because I'm new to this and I'm trying to catch up. How did she get involved with them?
Belle introduced her. Well,
Okay.
so
And when you say Belle, is that Belle V?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
So basically, what happened is Christine has been on YouTube for probably, I think she said 3 years. And she started, going to different communities. She's been all around the world on YouTube. She really has. She's gotten around and made friends or whatever. And she was on Belvise for a while. And I don't know exactly what happened at that point, but they had a falling out. And at some point in there, Jim Terry comes along. And when Jim comes along, of course, that's right up his alley because it's someone he can manipulate.
Okay.
So what he did is he started love bombing her, telling her he'd help her grow her channel, help get her monetized, yada, 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 yada. Well, in the process of that, she has sat back and allowed him to use her channel to come at all of us. And it finally has gotten to a point where it's been done enough and she's lied enough and she's done some backhanded stuff, that we've picked on her a little bit, like the quantum cough. Because I don't care what anybody says. I think that's fucking cute as hell. And I wouldn't say it if I didn't think that. Yeah. That I remember the first time she was on panel with Jim, he made her cry. I know, TT. That's
So
right.
they find like these weaklings to take
Yes,
advantage of.
you're exactly right. Hey, Lacey H, you're exactly right. That's exactly what he does. It's because they are easy to manipulate. And he can basically get them to do or let him do whatever he wants. I agree, Lacey. And that's when I talked to Dana the other night, because Dana was talking a little hot mess, and y'all know how I am. I feel froggy, and I'm like, well, if you want to talk to me, if you want my information, hey, girl, Ryan, if you want my information, well, how about I just send it to you? Because somebody had already sent me hers. So I sent her an email with all my information and told her, hey, I would really appreciate the opportunity just to have an adult conversation, and so we did. And our conversation was about Christine, and Dana has Christine on Discord with her, where they're able to talk and stuff. And Dana was a really cool person. I mean, she's very down to earth. She's like me in a lot of ways. Like, she's type A personality. She'll tell you what she thinks. Um, and so, I mean, we had a woman to woman conversation, and she told me, that she has a soft spot for Christine, and she's got her reasons, and I get it. Like, I totally get it. And she said, it's when you're the person that's hearing the hurt in someone's voice, it's hard. And I agree with that. It is. And I told her, um, crazy brat, exactly. I feel the same way. And I explained that to Dana. We didn't get here yesterday. Like, this has been an ongoing thing. And she has allowed Jim to puppet her. And the people, and I even told Dana, I said, look at all the people around Christine. And when she said she hadn't eaten dinner, how many people jumped to make sure that she had dinner, Dana? And she was like, well, I did. Exactly. Because they all knew what it was. Yeah, Lacey H., that's right. Because God forbid anybody says anything about her. It's, yeah, she has changed a lot since getting with them. And the other part too is now all of a sudden she's looking at this world like everybody's out to get her. Yep, Christine's the pawn, and each one of them support it. And I will say though, Dana, I think, really does have a heart for Christine. I do believe that. I don't think she's there to, for any ill intentions. Yeah. Yeah, Mike, you're absolutely correct about that. Hell, I just don't have time to hate like that. I really don't. Yeah, honeybee, and they say that it's something that'll be made content out of by us, not by me. Like, yes, I have issues with 38 people. 38. Do I need to make a list, Mike? I forgot who they all are. I'm afraid I might have been nice to some of them today. Ooh, that hurts. Um, so anyhow, so I was just deeply enthralled with that whole goings on over there. No, you're not, girl Ryan. You ain't even on no damn. Did you put yourself on the list, girl Ryan? Is that why I didn't get my Dickosaurus Rex that I've been waiting 6 months on? I was supposed to have it for my birthday. Yeah, honeybee. Yeah, exactly, TT. We are definitely not the haters, for sure. Now, can we help it that they can't take the verbal? No, they're big old poopsies. Oh, you meant on the XYZ list? Yeah, no, I'm talking about my list, my 38 people that Mike said I have problems with. I swear I just seen a ghost. That was crazy. Are you still with me, Abby?
I'm still here.
Okay, cool. You have any
But I
questions yet?
I'm not into the ghost thing.
Me either. I don't like seeing it when it happens, but sometimes it does.
You're
It's
right.
just a
They would own the house. That's all I have to say. I'll move out.
okay. Well, look, this little flower that I've been smoking on over here has been great, and shit, now it's got me seeing ghosts and stuff.
You
Oh,
might want to put that down.
I already did. That's the funny thing is I already did. So, Fast Eddie, what'd you see?
Mm-mm.
Fast Eddie, what'd you see last night? Huh? I mm, did it look like did it look like a guy named Levi? Justin Jones. It looked like a roach, but not a cockroach. Okay, so now on to Raditha. Raditha's question. Raditha? Oh yes, Raditha's still here. Okay, good. Oh, you saw Fumbler last night, Fast Eddie? You better not let Amby find out y'all been meeting like that.
Take him, Fast Eddie. Take him.
I had to meet you here today. There's just so many things to say. Please don't stop me till I'm through. Okay, sorry. I had my moment.
The doo-wop.
I know, girl. That's some what's his name?
Hey, honeybee.
Teddy Pendergrass, Teddy something. No, Teddy Pendergrass. It's not who it is. Anyway, okay. Back to Raditha. Because I put Raditha off now for 27 minutes. Um, hang on, Raditha. Let me check this text. I'm just playing. Okay.
You remember what she asked?
Yes, I do. I do. Because it's been on my mind too.
Oh.
Um, so the situation with Eric, like I said, this is just from my perspective, from what I've seen. Thank you, Charlie, sending love. You're right. Kiss and say goodbye. That's what the name of the song is. Let's just kiss and say goodbye.
I thought you said you put that down.
Oh, this is a Newport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's not the space junkie. Um so from my understanding and what I saw, because yesterday I saw the very beginning of Eric's show, and I don't know what happened up to that point, but in the beginning of his show, he made the statement. I know, Norse. I know. I can't do it though. I'm ADHD glass garden. Um, Let me just say it like this. At that point, I did not know what had gotten him so angry. So I'm listening to him, and he starts ranting and raving about, all them over there, all them over there. And when he does that, and he's very general in his, and it's because I feel like it's because at that point he's not really trying to put a name on it until someone comes in and claims it first. And unless it's me, because he'll tell me about myself. He does it like once a month at least. Once a month. We're on rotation with that shit. But anyhow, he starts going off, and he just comes out of the gate just pissed off, just and I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? And he says, the he said one of the first things I want to say is this is not directed at like Watch Her Crazy or Candace Howard, and he says why. Um, hang on, Norris, I'll get to that. So, and I've talked to Eric about Lawrence because I see a lot of Lawrence in Eric. It's kind of scary sometimes because my child is that kind of asshole. He can be that kind of asshole. And I hate to say it, but it's just the truth. Um so anyhow, that's now granted Eric did come in the beginning with a bunch of bullshit that he was fed without checking into it and wanted to come at me about my son saying that my son had beat his pregnant girlfriend, which was a lie. And I pulled up my son's record and I went through the whole fucking thing. Because that's one thing I don't do is I'm not going to pull punches. It is what it is. And my son never laid a hand on the pregnant girlfriend. So anyhow, at that point, there were people that started going over to Eric's chat. And, Eric came over to mine. Eric came over to Twin Mama's. He came over to Charlie's a couple of times. And at that time, he was letting Jim come up on panel. And so there was resistance there for some people. And that's fine. That is absolutely fine if people have issues with that and don't want to be around it. So then there was the big fallout that happened. And when the big fallout happened, I think that he didn't, me personally, I thought that whole thing was a big clusterfuck that could have been avoided if he would have read the room. And when he was given some pushback from people in chat, he would have just stepped off and not gone balls to the wall. But he fired up a show, which he has every right to do, and say whatever it is he wanted to say. Well, Norris, Eric isn't lying about that. He has dropped Jim a lot, more than any other creator. And I can't say that I agree with even most of the things that Eric says or does. He's got a right to do what he wants to do with his channel. It was Willie TT William Brooklyn. Yeah, and I don't expect you to change, Norris, at all. At all. But what I think
Kaylee. Sorry.
Hey Kaylee, how are you doing? It's good to see you here. But when all of that happened, I think that there was some miscommunications and there were some things that were taken the wrong way on different people's parts. And unfortunately, he overreacted. So he wasn't accepted into this community. And I think he got a little ticked off about it because I think that he could relate with us a lot more than he could with Jim and the people over there. But as he likes to say, he doesn't need us. You know? And like I know that there were some things that were said yesterday that I did not agree with. I didn't like, but I also am able to read a room and know when not to say anything. And unfortunately, some people haven't learned how to do that. So when you see somebody is fuming mad and you go in and you start popping back at them in that moment, you have to expect that the gloves are going to come off and the punches are going to be flying. And when they do, be prepared, because a lot of people will say if you put yourself in that position and you can dish it out, be able to take it. It's not easy. I mean, there are some people, and I don't want to be it's hard sometimes. It's really hard sometimes when you go live, you do these shows, um, you have people that you adore. You have other people that you don't. Um, but everybody has an expectation of you. It's hard. And Frankie, I agree. I don't know what he got. So I don't know what got him to that point, other than the only thing I can come up with based off of what he said was, I guess, Friday night, William Brooklyn came in. Okay, let me back up even further than that. In my chat, William Brooklyn came in and he was good for a little while. And then he started talking shit about MRE. I will not tolerate that. I like MRE. I know what's been said. I'm fully aware. I don't believe it. I don't give a shit. And he is someone that I personally like. So I'm not going to allow someone to come in and bring their old drama with him into my chat. That's not going to happen. And then he ends up coming into, I think, fumbles on Friday. And he was good for a minute. And then he popped off and he said something. And I think it was me, Fumble, Betty, and maybe Ruben was on panel at the time. I don't remember if it was Ruben or Danielle. It may have been both of them. But anyways, there was an exchange about William being in chat or being blocked. And, Betty and I both were like, hey, look, I like picking on him. Hey, Randy, it's good to see you. I like picking on Willie until he starts getting stupid. And when he starts getting stupid, then he's got to go. So I said that for me, I like picking on him, but it's not my chat. It's not my show. Y'all make whatever decision you want to make. And at that point, I think Eric was in chat and there was some exchange going between them. And a lot of times I can't sit and read chat because I start focusing on chat and forget what I'm talking about. So I wasn't watching all of what was being said, but then all of a sudden there was an issue. Like he said something, and then somebody texted me and explained a little bit more in depth of what was going on. And once I read that, I was like, no, get him out of here. It's not um it's it's not hard to be decent in a chat. But anyway, so I understood more of what was happening, what was going on, and I'm like, it's y'all's to do with what you want. But I told my mods, hey, if he comes in, he's gone, he's out after Friday night, because what he does is he'll come over here and he'll be cool for a little bit, and then he'll run over to wherever Jim is, and he'll start over there, and he'll tap dance, and all that shit. Blah 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 blah. And it's not worth the drama. Not for him. He's just gonna be a little shit. Um, so I was just like, we'll just nip that in the bud, because apparently, um, Charlie, I don't think that he does. If you're talking about Eric, I don't think he does, but why he keeps bringing that situation up, I don't know. And Eric, I will respond to your question about why we're not talking about certain things. I think that there's someone else that has the same question. Well, number one, I can tell you that what somebody else does in their fucking bedroom is not my business. So why would I talk about it? There's nothing to talk about. Um, the next thing is, what happened with someone before right now at this moment, and their family members or anything in their real life, it don't have nothing to do with me. I don't have a reason to talk about it unless it begins to affect me. If it begins to affect me, then I'll say something. So when it comes to Twin Mama and her situation, that's not my business. It's not for me to talk about. I didn't call and go real life on her because I couldn't take something she said on the internet in response to whatever, and have to bring feel like I had to bring that to everybody to show I was a better person. I didn't have to do that. Pussies do that. Pussies like Jim and Mark. And then there are people that will take that and run with it. Well, one thing I want to say, Eric, is you put the video out about going to Michelle's. I took that. I took it. I'm the one that took that video and made humor out of it. I'm the one that originally said that you hit that woman with the flag, and I cleaned that up. I'm also the one that said you hit the dude first. And you said, no, I got sprayed with mace. Go back and look at the video. So that's exactly what I did. And I came back and I said, after watching it again and getting a close up, you can see it. That dude sprayed him with something. He's got something in his hand. So I know that there's this let's ruffle the feathers and who's the biggest alpha and blah 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 blah. Well, that that shit has no reason to fly because Eric, if you say that you haven't lied about anything, you're wrong. You have. That doesn't mean that because I took a situation and made light of some shit out of it, that you get to attack everybody else because you can't handle what I did. Other people have, said what they feel and what they think. And you get upset and you go into a tirade. But that's, I mean, what do you just want people that are just going to agree with you? Or you trash people and you want them to just go along? Like, that part I don't understand. Now, I do understand why you got so angry. And you got so angry because you felt like that, I guess, with what Betty did as far as making the video for me was against you, and it wasn't meant as something to get at you about. It was funny. And if you can't laugh at that, I mean, you laughed at the fact that it all happened that night. That's why you came back and showed the video. You don't remember snapping off on me that night when I was like, Eric, you're better than that. You got pissed at me. You went off on me. That's why I started up a show and did a show on you. I'm not the one that said that you had a bumpy dick. That was Michelle. I took exactly what she said, the 10 minutes that I listened to of her before all this took place. And I fucking made a couple of songs. That shit was fucking hilarious. I mean, hell, you've called me a fat psycho hillbilly. Um, I mean, called me everything but a child of God. You've been really hateful, not just to me, but to a lot of us women. And then you turn around and you say that Fumble is a woman beater because he had an incident with someone that he was married to 14 years ago or however many, 19 years ago. He had one incident and hasn't had another one. He didn't do 21 years in prison either.
I need you to say that louder
Yeah.
for the people in the back.
He didn't do 21 years in prison either. So when you're sitting there comparing, it's apples and oranges. Y'all are not the same. And that's just real. And I don't hate Eric. I don't know that I really could actually hate that guy because it would mean that there are things about my own child that I hate because I kid you not. I do see a lot of my son in him. And I want to understand. And I've said that from the beginning. But I do. I mean, I understand why he got so upset because William did threaten to unalive his mother. And Cut and Shoot said he's angry because William's threat and some people in our community rushing over and supporting Angel when we gave him crap for platforming Jim. Okay. And then um And Angel had someone on her panel that has sexualized pictures of his daughters when they were minors. Yes. And I guess that was SoFlo because that's who I remember putting up his daughter's pictures. And I think it's disgusting that the guy did that. I do. And I've never been on that guy's channel. Don't have any intentions of ever going on that guy's channel. Not the kind of dude I want to be around. Boss sits there and gives death threats every time he's live and gets upset because someone supports someone who did the same thing to him. Frankie, I can't disagree with that. Cannot disagree with that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to see nobody's little wiener. I seen one of those being passed around the other day, and I was just like, "Oh Jesus, don't do me like that." Um, yes, Rhonda, I agree with that statement. Yeah, and like I don't. I'm sorry, but I also don't get. Well, I think you got that one handled there, cut and shoot, because I don't get the outrage part. Like this is a fucking free platform. People can go where they want to go. It's crazy. But I still love me some Norris. I didn't even know whoever threatened his mom's life. I was over there looking for my new friend. Who's your new friend, Fast Daddy? I know, Angela. You can't. You take what you hear, cut it in half, take that, cut it in half again, and probably only about a third of that is true. I agree, Frankie. He does not need to be so sensitive. He is a little sensitive, but that's not something I can change. You know, when he came into chat, he said JT is better than Eric Foss. Who said that? William? He's a fucking lunatic. Yep, Lacey, I agree. I love me some Charlie, and it don't matter. It really don't matter. And um, as far as the things that were said from Eric to Twin. Number one, if I may be totally off base when I say this, but if I'm not mistaken, the daughter that I guess they're saying has arson charges or something is her adopted daughter, I believe. And I don't think that you can point a finger of blame at someone who adopts a child for things that may or may not be mentally or emotionally stable for someone who is an adult or even a child for that matter, because you just can't. Um, again, I don't know why he directed what he did at her, other than, I mean, I don't understand it. I don't. Again, if somebody's going off like a frog in a sock, let them. Let them say what they're going to say, and then take it to your platform and respond. because you're never going to win from a chat. And when I say win, I don't mean like a prize. You're never going to be heard from a chat. It's not going to work. Put your thoughts together. Listen to what they say and assess the situation and put your thoughts together before you respond. Because when you respond in anger, I'm just going to, and y'all, I'm going to just keep it 100 right now. When you respond in anger and you say things like you call someone a fag or you call someone a woman beater, and they're neither one of those things, especially using the term like fag, that's very offensive, not just to that person, but to other people that may happen to be in that particular community. Now, I also know someone else who likes to use that term a lot. And I know he says, oh, that's just how we grew up and blah, 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 blah. I don't like it either. But he also takes care of his own business and has, there's not an expectation that somebody is going to, stand up and fight with you or for you. Yeah, Frankie, he did. He told me at one point that if he chooses to do that, he can, but it's been a while since he has. So, and I'm not sitting here cheerleading for him. I'm just giving my perspective of the situation. I have absolutely no idea why homeboy is so furious with Betty. I have absolutely no clue. Other than she made that video for me. And if it's that big of a fucking deal, Eric, then you call me and talk to me about it, and I'll take the video down. But I will say this. To say the things that you've said to some of us women is bullshit. It's bullshit. So don't ever fix your mouth to say that someone else is a woman abuser and you're not. Because I have text messages, I know other people do, where you are very verbally abusive. We've seen it on your own panel. And why you may think that you have it all figured out and you're the best channel ever, unfortunately, you're just another channel on YouTube. And your couple thousand more subs don't make you any better. And the fact that you can get up there and, say and do the things you do and feel like you don't have a conscience about it doesn't make you any better. Just because you went to the federal prison, it doesn't make you better. Because you drive a Mercedes Benz or a Jaguar or Bentley or whatever the fuck, doesn't make you any better. I know somebody that makes some hell of a fucking chicken salad. And it's one good ass dude. Nobody's perfect. So when you sit up high and you look low, remember, you can easily be brought down too. Go get some testosterone shots and call me in the morning. And bring me the damn dog. I want the dog. So, Lacey, I think he's upset with people for going over to Angels, where she had the guy that did that to his daughters up on panel. But yeah, I mean, and we were so outraged about him having Jim up. It's like it's the same old song and dance that everybody does. Oh, well, they did this to me, and you're over there doing that. And the whole control thing. Like, no, people are free to go where they want. And when people ask me, hey, what's your view on this? My view is people should feel free to go where they want and do what they want. Period. That's my opinion. And that's not necessarily the views of our hostess and host with the most. I don't know. Because I'm not speaking for them. I'm speaking for me. Because unfortunately, right now my channel's muted. William is timed out in Twins by Roddy for threatening Foss's mother. Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't know where it was. I thought it was on Fumbles Friday night. Yep, and I think you did a great job at that cut and shoot. Absolutely. Um, are you awake over there, Amby?
I am. I'm reading the chat
What are your thoughts?
about this whole situation with Eric.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I know very little. I do
Mm-hmm.
agree with what people are saying. I feel like he talks out of both sides,
Yeah.
just from the things that I've seen or heard. Like he'll say one thing, like I don't do that, and then in the next sentence or the next show or whatever, he does exactly what he said he doesn't do. Um, I'm assuming nobody knows why he was upset, and I don't know what video you're talking about. Are you talking about the music video that Betty made you?
Yes, where I was
That's
singing the songs. Mm-hmm.
right. But why
Yeah.
would that make him so upset? Because Betty made it for you?
Yeah, and the songs were from my show that night where I was making fun of him, and I was just coming up with goofy songs.
Oh,
And
okay. Because I thought
so,
they were just songs. Like she was taking snippets of every time you sang something.
well, she did,
Uh huh.
but we made it a 3 disc special and called it Dick Pics and Headlocks because that was the name that somebody else came up with, and I thought it was funny. And so she likes to do, she's great with that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was like, and I'd said on panel, I was like, man, it would be so badass. Hint, hint, if somebody could make me like one of those videos that kind of puts the stuff together and the songs together, and that shit would be hilarious. Well, she did. And she sent it to me. And she was like, I was just fucking around with this or I was just messing around with this and I did this for you. And I was like, well, thank you so much because I really wanted someone to do it. And I'm not that great. I can't do
Mm-hmm.
all that.
Yeah, me either.
So it was hilarious. It was, and like for someone to sit and listen to my video, they would never know what it was really about unless they were there.
Right. And I think if that's what sent him over the edge, then he's got deeper rooted issues that are beyond Betty making you a music video.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, and like I said, if that's, um,
But you guys do that all across the board. Like I feel like
yeah,
friends, no friends, get along, don't get along. You guys all like make videos to make fun of one another. So I don't know why that would irk him so bad unless he I don't know, I don't want to say something and then like I really blow up the spot cuz I'm new to this, so I'm like scared of what I can say and what I can't say. But like is he mad because maybe there were feelings that he had for Betty that weren't reciprocated and because Betty made you a video like that sent him over the edge? I don't know.
yeah. I don't know. I don't even know that it was necessarily that. He talks a lot about jealousy. So, I mean, one could surmise that maybe that, and not necessarily that he wanted her in that way,
Mhm.
but just, you know, um, one of those things where sometimes people get possessive about people that come to their channel or that that they've talked to or whatever.
Well,
And I don't know why people get
so
like
meaning
that.
like he's mad. So he, okay, so I'm understand if I'm understanding this correctly. So when you say that, you mean like he didn't want her to be friends with you?
No, 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 no. I
Oh,
think that I think that it upset him because he thought maybe they were I don't know, on better terms than for her to go to Angel Gotti's chat and say hi to William.
oh, see that part
Yeah.
I don't know about all those ins and outs.
Yeah. So I mean, and again, I get someone being upset about another person threatening their mother's life or whatever. I get that. I do get that.
Who threatened
Um,
whose mom's life?
so William Brooklyn threatened Eric Foss's mom's life. Said he was gonna murk her.
Okay, yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah. And so I guess at that point, whenever Eric saw people being, nice to him in a chat, he got upset. But I don't understand. With the part I didn't understand was, how does he expect us to know all of that? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, like, I get that it may have happened in Twin Mama's chat or Fumble's chat or whatever, but I didn't see it take place. So,
So he was mad that people were being nice to this William guy.
yeah, that's what I got.
But
And William,
I don't
yeah,
understand how he would expect y'all to be loyal to him though. I mean, he doesn't have loyalty to y'all.
right.
So I don't understand why he would be upset about that. And maybe is that why he would be upset with Betty because he felt like she was being
But there,
nice to.
yeah, possibly, yeah. I mean, it sounds a lot like that. And he's like,
Mhm.
y'all will talk about me doing this or me doing that, but why are y'all not talking about, for example, laying pipe? And my response to that is because it's not my fucking business.
Right, right.
Pipe's not on YouTube. He's not in this fight. Like, so why would I? Why would I talk about him?
Mhm.
Or why don't we talk about, what twin mama did to whomever in her Aunt Joy's husband or whatever? Well, because that's her private life. It's not my business. So
Mhm.
why would I talk about it?
Yeah.
I'm not Jim.
Well,
I am
Jim, I
not
feel like he that's a whole nother character. He makes up stuff and he believes it.
yeah.
And then expects everybody else to believe it. Because it's gospel coming from his mouth.
Oh, Charlie, I agree. I'm not I don't think anybody should just excuse it as Eric being Eric.
Mm-mm.
I think everybody has to come to their own determination about what they will accept and what they won't accept. And don't be afraid to stand by it. And if that's different from someone else's, it doesn't mean that that other person is against you. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people who do jump on the bandwagon, and it ends up being this gang mentality thing when it and I am not saying that that's the case here. Saying I've seen this happen over and over again. And you may not even know the full scope of what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's why you make your own determination for you. So, Yeah, Lacey, I agree. He goes places that people have done disgusting shit to people here.
Hmm.
Why is he special? He's not. He is not. I love a great chicken salad myself. And to be quite frank with you, um, oh, Johnny touches young Asian boys. How you do? Um, yes, fumble. Words do hurt him. And, again, when I say that if you're going to step out there and put yourself out there, you got to have some thick skin, and you've got to expect that no one else is going to fight for you.
That part there.
You know, um, uh, Frankie Bones. Let's see. Betty has made videos for a lot of people. Um, and yes, creators have paid her for that work, including myself. I tip. Yeah, and Lacey, I will say that he did take accountability for that today. He did. But I will, and girl Ryan, I love you. That is not justified what he did at all. At all. But sometimes you guys, you got to read the room. And if somebody is not in a good headspace and they're spinning out like that, and you go in and you call them a dummy, or whatever else, you can expect that they're gonna fly. I mean, I've done it. It doesn't make it right, but I mean, to also sit there and go, oh my god, it's one of those things where sometimes you gotta police yourself. Yeah, Norris, I mean, some people do. People do. Yeah, and it is 100 times less than what Jim has done. And we all know that that he does. I mean, he does go back and forth. He did show Jim text messages between him and Ruben.
Who did?
Eric,
Hmm.
you know, he has done some things that are not above board. And
So when did Eric appear? Because to me, that's a new name. Has he always been around?
mm-mm.
Okay.
So Eric appeared um back in January. Well, so Jim started going on Angel Gotti's, I think, either late December or early January.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went over there, it was the middle of January, and that's when I heard um Eric. I guess Eric must have called Jim or something and said that he wanted help with his channel. And I don't remember if Jim was up on panel on Angels or he was somewhere else. But then I saw them, like Eric was saying stuff in chat to Jim. Anyways, I went over to Eric's channel and looked at his channel, and he
Mm-hmm.
had prison content. He had been in prison. And so I went and watched some of his prison stuff, and then I just kind of sat back in the bushes and watched him. And he had a co host at the time, and he had let Jim up on his panel one day. And actually, I guess he had, I don't remember now how it happened. Anyways, he was talking about something and I was in chat and he said something about coming up on panel. Well, I knew that he was messaging with Jim
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't think that I would cam up and show my face. And I did. And I went up on his panel and I had a conversation with him and his co host. And some of it was about my son and some of the stuff that's gone on. And we had a good conversation. I mean, it was cool.
Uh-huh.
Well, then all of a sudden, Jim's on his panel and Jim starts trashing me. So I just kind of hung around a little bit and saw where that was going to go. And I'd go in there and I'd chat, because at that point, I didn't want Jim to think that he was going to run me away from somewhere. I
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed Eric's prison content that he was doing. And so then other people start going over there. And Eric came over into my chat and and I guess that's at some point I was accused of, bringing him into this community and that's not the case. Other people went over there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I told everybody, you don't have to follow me. I'm not telling you to follow me. I'm doing what I'm doing for my own reasons. Not,
Okay, I'm caught up because I remember that part.
yeah.
Okay.
And so then that's kind of when everything, it wasn't too long after that that everything kind of went to hell in the handbasket. And then there was the falling out that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he capitalized on that as much as he possibly could. And then all of a sudden, I guess, and I don't know, maybe part of it's he's upset that Betty was over here on panel. I don't know. I don't talk to him
Mm-hmm.
at all. I tried to call him today. He wouldn't answer the phone. So, it is what it is. And I'm, for me, I know when I go over there at any moment, he could snap and go off on me,
All right.
you know? And I know that I get under his skin. I know how to get under his skin. I have enjoyed it several times, making him wig out, you know? But just because just because I do it doesn't mean that the next person can.
Right.
We all have a different threshold of what we can handle. And I mean, I'm going to be straight up and say, like, I've gotten a couple of text messages during this show um about things, and I just want to say, when have you jumped on a panel in support of me? When have you put yourself out on the firing line for me?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not usually that way. I don't usually put things that way because I don't have that expectation of people. If
Mm-hmm.
I jump my ass off into something, I'm going to find a way to get my ass out of it. And I don't expect anybody to come to my fucking rescue. Nobody.
Right. Right.
But I see it far too often that people do that. They they fucking go into something and they're like, "La, la, 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 la." And then as soon as the heat comes back at them, it's, oh my God, what are all these people still doing over here being simps? I'm not simping. I'm watching the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Why do people fucking still watch that OTT every time it comes on? Is that a simp?
Well, according to their definition.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. And Yes, a timeline does matter. It does matter, shit show. You're absolutely right. So,
I don't know Eric personally to say whether or not I like him or dislike him. I don't know him. Um but the things that I've seen, I don't exactly I wouldn't watch it if that makes sense.
yeah,
I wouldn't follow a person that has, and that's just me. That's not to say everybody can't like him, but
right.
if I didn't know him or if I was searching for things, I don't think that he would be one that I would seek out.
Yeah. And, Maeve, you may, and I love the fact that there's dissenting opinions. And I'll explain why I'm fixing to say what I'm going to say. Maeve, I think that here's the reason I think that I have a different view on this. You guys have to remember, I was a prison guard. I worked in a juvenile detention facility. I have a father that did time in prison. I have a son that's doing time in prison. I've been around people that have grown up like Eric, that have been institutionalized like Eric, that have that mentality. Like one of my boyfriends from when I was a teenager, he did 14 years flat in the federal penitentiary. I've so I understand the mentality because I've been around it. And I don't expect everybody else to get it. So I don't think that anybody is wrong in how they feel or their perspective. I really don't. You know, but the truth of the matter is that in knowing that a person that has lived the way that he's lived and grown up and been in prison that much, I understand the mentality. And not everybody will get that or understand it or even cares to. And I'm not asking anybody to. I'm not. So, yeah, Beth, I'm not sure where the drama and backstabbing is coming from, but I do hope you have a good night. So, um, I don't I don't want to see I don't want to see anybody hurt on here. I really don't. We all get our feelings hurt at some point because at some point there's heat on every one of us. I think everybody has experienced at least a little taste of that in the time that we've been on here. There's some people that's caught a lot more than others. And there are people that point the finger and say, "Oh, it's this person's fault or it's that person's fault." No, it's the person that can't control their self and their emotions and not do some of the things that are done. And that includes me. Okay, Amber, you got to talk. This is my son. I'll be right back.
Oh, don't do that. Oh, she really did leave me. Well, I'm about to drop out too, guys. Don't know how to do this.
Hey there, how are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing all right.
So let me ask you a quick question.
What's up?
Now I know that you did a little time locked up a while back, right?
Uh-huh.
And when you came home and you got back out in the world, did you find that things had in the 13 months that you were gone that things had changed a bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
And when you came home, did you sometimes find it hard to adjust to not having the structure that you have when you're locked up?
Uh, yeah, there's a few things that I had to do a little different, had to readjust to.
Um, do you think that the structure when you were locked up of them, like what time did you have to get up and get ready to go eat breakfast? Like what was your day like?
Well, usually like when I got home, I'm programmed. It was programmed for me to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes a little bit earlier than that, but it'd be 4 o'clock in the morning. Wake up, kind of get ready, and then when I was locked up, we had to 4 o'clock go to breakfast, come back, and we had school or go to work. So pretty much start your day that way, and then after that, the school lasts pretty much half the day, so you get to come back to the dorm and take a shower, eat, and you got to go to lunch and uh, come back and do your little workout routine. You kind of just got to find your routine. That's all basically, it is in here is pretty much finding a routine. But when I got home, it was a little bit different. Like I couldn't sleep. I had to get a sleep schedule, and I'm so used to waking up at a certain time and then going to bed was hard because you're so used to having noise, it ain't that quiet kind of being around quietness kind of like messes with you like after you're so long of being around noise. So that's one of the main things that's kind of hard about readjusting in the world is the sleep pattern. So.
Gotcha. Well,
No third party calls are allowed. Did we lose her?
I think they dropped her because she was doing third party.
Oh, well, hello there, honey bunny.
Hey, I'm still trying to get the race car ready, but I just figured I'd jump on here, just trying to help out a buddy. But yeah, I didn't want her to leave you hanging. I don't know how loud it is behind me or not.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Okay. But yeah, on the Eric thing, I don't know what his fucking problem is. I don't know what anybody's problem is in between them. I've never been a fan of the dude, whatever. I kind of let him do his own thing. But today he said he's in my state and he challenged me. Eric, I did call you and left you a voicemail. And I am telling you, I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of no man. You will not talk to me like I'm something. And they keep talking about this. They're not from the city. They're not from the city. They're not from the city. You don't know where I've been, how long I've been there. But I can tell you right now, I'm from the country and we don't play like you guys play. You get hit with shovels, bats, lead, whatever out here. And I throw cows bigger than you every day. You ever fought a bull? You ever wrestled an alligator? You ever done any of that? No. There ain't no man that means shit. I ain't afraid of no man, bruh. I am just, dude, I can't believe you would even say that. I left you a voicemail. I just want him to know that.
Well, why is he calling you out? Why is he upset with you?
Oh, because I left comments. Words hurt him. He is a bitch. And I'm just going to say it just like that. A bitch. Ain't no man in a V-neck going to call me out either. If you wear a V-neck, get the fuck on. Ain't no man in a V-neck going to call me out.
You're
Ain't
gonna
none of
hurt
that shit.
Eddie's feelings.
Well, no, Ranger's the one that, or yeah, he's the one that wears V-necks. Eddie wears crop tops. I dig
Ranger
those.
has a better playlist.
Hmm. Yeah. What?
Did you see Eddie's comment?
No, I'm not even looking. I don't pay attention to him usually.
Fumble fights full blown sharks on the daily.
Yeah, I don't play like they play.
Okay.
I you're not gonna sit there and talk to me like I'm some chump and you're this great guy and you've done all this and you've banged the hottest girls and all this stuff. Dude, you're up there talking, you're simping out like a chick is what you sound like. So don't tell me about being a man or you trying to play this alpha shit when you're up there simping out for dudes and acting like a dude and blowing Jim Terry up. Talk about Jim Terry's a badass. You don't know about badasses, obviously. That's it.
Yeah.
And as far as everything
Boy, I said,
else,
yeah.
with the twin mama stuff, all this, I what comes around goes around. I'm gonna just say that and leave it. And if anybody, like I said, you don't have to announce that you're leaving. You can just leave because you haven't heard anybody else's side of the story. Nobody listens to any of that. So when you follow and you watch, and I've been watching a lot, I'm not fighting for anybody's bullshit. I'm not right. I'm not playing the bitch shit. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. I told everybody I have a goal. That's what my goal is. I will let you ladies carry on. I love you both, and I will see you soon, baby.
Later,
Okay.
Gator. Make us some good chicken salad, bud. Woo woo. Love that chicken salad. I like mines with pecans and apples. Thank you so much.
Oh no, I don't like fruit in my.
What?
No, no. But I don't
Man,
like. But I don't like fruit though. I don't. I don't really do sweets too much.
I'm not a huge fruit eater, but in my tuna salad and my chicken salad, I don't mind apples.
You and
Um,
your tuna salad watcher.
oh yeah, it's good that way, yo. I wasn't a fan up until like a year ago. And I ate somebody had it and I ate it without even knowing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, what's that crunchy stuff in there? And somebody was like, oh, that's apples. And I'm like, what? That's
And
kind of
tuna
good.
salad though.
Yeah, and tuna salad.
Oh
Yep.
no.
Dried cranberries and chicken salad with pecans. You know, Norris, I used to like that until I got the one from so I got the pre-made chicken salad from Walmart's because I like those little containers. It's just enough for like 6 crackers. And it has fucking so many big ass chunks of cranberries. That's all I could taste.
Mm-mm. Do
Yeah.
y'all have I think it's chicken salad chick. Do y'all have
We
that?
used to, but during the virus, it closed down. It
Oh,
didn't do well.
I love chicken salad chick.
I was really sad. I was really sad about that.
I'll be sad if they close ours.
So yeah. I heard that it was really good, but I never made it
So
over there. I just eat my mama's or Walmart's.
or Walmart's.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. But
I know you done left me up here by myself. I said, "Oh, I don't do this.
you're
I don't
like,
do
I'm
this."
drop. No. Um, no, I really thought that he wasn't gonna take so long in the restroom. And I think that somebody is trying to strike his channel because apparently they're claiming it's somebody else up here and that's doing exactly what they're doing, being a guest on the show. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh.
Racing stars, I have heard of that. Red grapes, red onion, ranch, sugar, shredded cheese, to name a little bit in my chicken salad. Damn, that sounds good. Shoot.
I'm not opposed to trying it. I just don't know that I
Yeah.
would like it. Look
I
at shit shows over there salivating.
okay. I'm like, hell to the yeah, me too. I'm like, hey, can you make some of that next week and I'll just shoot down there and pick it up? You can leave it at the curb. Oh, I promise I'll leave my phone in the truck. I won't take no pictures.
Fast
Just
Eddie
give
said,
me
"Count him out."
uh
He said, "Count him out." He doesn't want any parts of that.
I'll take it. I'll take his part. For sure. For sure. I think somebody over there is having a little fit. Oh my God. God forbid anybody do what they do. Oh. Wah. Wah. Fucking little baby. Shit just drives me nuts. But oh my gosh. Mm. But yeah, so that's been the drama of the last 2 days. Crazy shit.
So the drama's been with Eric. Why are they having a show upset with you now? If it's about Eric.
Oh no. So the dramas, like, what's up, Fumble?
Just real quick. I just want to say thank you to my wife and her really good friend Sharon for
Uh-huh.
uh, for running the channel tonight. Because I don't know what I would do. I just appreciate you guys taking over a Tuesday for me. Because I usually try to be on every Tuesday, but I really appreciate you, Sharon. I heard some people were talking some stuff, and I don't even know what they're even talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nobody over here. There's nobody over here
It's
that shouldn't be. You know?
well, everybody's over here, but you
Ah,
know,
that's what I was gonna say too. To any man on this YouTube street, I will take any woman from over here and go against any of those women over there. The smartest, most beautiful, most talented women live over here. I've said it a million times, and I'll say it a million more. That's just the way it is. The best women are over here. That's it.
except I'm not the most beautiful, but I am the meanest. So fuck around and find out. No.
But
Ah,
chat, I forgot to say hi to everybody. You guys are amazing. Thank you for helping Sharon and Ambi out. They're really doing me a solid by running this channel. So
indeed.
thank
Indeed.
you.
Thank you for
Peace.
thank you for letting your wife invite me over.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just proud.
Stop.
I'm
You're
proud of her.
nuts.
I'm proud of her for taking the initiative to try to run the channel. You know, and I really appreciate your expertise in helping her. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're anytime I could be of help.
What are you trying to get?
Oh no. I think
Some
we'll have to.
sloppy toppy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
tired of getting the same damn Father's Day gift, damn it.
Are you
Oh,
Is
trying to
that
get chicken salad, Sammy?
yeah. All right. Peace.
Bye.
later? Hey Dina. It's good to see you, Mama D. Um, I know Lambrow, right? I know I'm sitting here with the taste now for some damn chicken salad, tuna salad. Hell, I'd even take a piece of watermelon at the moment. I don't know where the watermelon came from, but hey, I ain't mad about it. I'm just saying.
So what were you? So you were saying, because I asked you and then he came on, but
Oh my
maybe
bad. Well,
what were we talking about? I said, oh, I thought they were. It was Eric that was
oh
the
no.
drama.
No. So apparently, they have a case of mistaken identity, and they're upset because they think that it's Watcher of Crazy that's on panel.
Uh
And
huh.
so they're threatening to, or saying that they're striking this channel. They're reporting the channel for having a banned creator on panel.
Oh,
Sorry, you got the wrong person, dude. It is what it is. I mean, go
I can't
figure.
have more than one friend. Like Sharon can't be my friend too. I can't have any more friends.
Sharon is Karen.
Sharon is Karen.
Just saying. That's right. Paused. She is paused, not banned, not banded. She's not banded. They probably did erase her mind though. And that's why we're so glad we still have Raditha, because we can keep the
Mm-hmm.
crows.
Mm-hmm.
So, But yeah, I think that Eric just gets a little riled up and gets diarrhea of the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's right. She's going on vacation. Leave her alone. She's got some traveling to do.
That's right.
Cause she's a traveling girl all over the world with the sights to see. It may be a casino, it may be an airport, or she may just go hang by the sea. Sorry.
Do you want to hear my casino story?
Yes.
I'm gonna regret putting this out there because so we go on the cruise. Somebody asked me to talk about the cruise real fast. So here's my one story. I don't gamble. Not because I'm against it, just because I'm going to be totally honest. I don't know how. I've never gambled. I don't know how to play poker. I don't know how to play any of those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I get this genius idea on this cruise. Like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for it. It can't be that hard. I'll just start on the slot machine. So I put my little card on there and I put $100 on there because I'm like, let's not get crazy because, I don't know how to do this.
Right.
I pushed that button 3 times. I couldn't tell you what I pushed, but I know I pushed it 3 times.
Uh-huh.
And that $100 gone.
Gone.
So I was like, I'm never doing this again. I'll never, never, never do this again. So we go to the dining room and we have dinner and we meet this nice couple who she's explaining to me like that's how she cruises, and apparently that's how people do it. Like they gamble away and they earn all these free cruises, and she was like, "Let me tell you, I only had to pay gratuity and taxes. Royal paid for everything else." So she only paid like I think she said $350. I said I wanted to choke. Yeah, I know, right? I wanted to choke. So I'm like, I gotta learn this because I only want to pay that much when I go on a cruise like this. So she's telling me all these pointers, like if the slot machine isn't playing back, you get up, you go to another one. Um, just she's giving me all these pointers. So I
Mm-hmm.
said, so I'm pumped. I'm gonna do this again. Watcher, or not watcher, Sharon. When I tell you I go down there, I put another $100 on there. I can do this. I'm paying attention. So I remember she said if the slot machine is not playing back, you move to another one,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I moved to the other one. I swipe my card. It says I don't have any money. And I'm like, wait a second. I just put $100 on there. I did the lowest bet you could do. I know there's got to be money on there. So I did it again. It says I don't have money. There's a point to my story. So I go to the cashier. I said, I put money on it saying I don't have money. He said, well, did you select cash out? And I go, no, I don't know what that is. And he said, you already know. So he's like, you have to push cash out. Go back to the machine you were on, push cash out, and then you use that ticket to go to your next machine. What? Or I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm like, okay, I
Mm-hmm.
run over there. I push the button. Nothing's coming out, Sharon. Nothing. Nothing's coming
Uh-oh.
out. So I go back to him. I said, nothing's coming out. And so he comes over to help to the machine and he then's trying to tell me how to add money. I go, no, I'm not trying to add money. I've already added money. Your cashier told me that he sees that I added the money. Now I'm just trying to push this ticket. He says, I'll be right back. 10 minutes later, he comes back with somebody else and they said, ma'am, somebody printed your cash out ticket.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So
Wow.
he could tell like I have no idea what I'm doing. He's like, listen, we're gonna look at the cameras, we're gonna see. So he did, he looked. Like he could see that somebody printed out the ticket, but the person I guess that they saw on the camera, they couldn't find him in the casino, him or her, I don't even know. And so they said, we're going to give you a call back in 2 hours, see if we could track this person down. They called me in 2 hours, couldn't track him down, had to file a report with the big security people. I guess they can follow you through the whole cruise ship.
Mm-hmm.
And so the next day they basically said, yeah, your ticket was cashed in and they were going to charge it to that person's room, and they gave me $100 credit on the casino. And I was like, at this point, I never want to gamble in my life ever again.
Damn, Gina. So did you end up gambling that $100 credit?
I did. I did. And I thought that I could just, because he did explain you can't, he said it has to be spent in the casino. So
Uh-huh.
when you taught me how to do the cash out ticket, it would only cash out my earnings, if that makes sense.
Yes, it
Okay.
does.
So I ended up using the $100 credit, and I think I walked out with I think it was like $68.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, and then I guess I hit some kind of jackpot. It was a small jackpot because everybody came running over to my machine.
Was it making all kinds of noise?
Yeah, and it was really loud and
Yeah.
embarrassing. So I was like, forget it at this point. Now I'm up ahead. Let me take this money. And then I ended up giving it to my person that cleaned my room or whatever. On top.
Oh,
So, well, because I wasn't expecting it anyway, so I was like, you know what?
yeah,
Here you go.
that's
But
sweet.
that's everybody, that is my gambling first time experience, and you will never hear another gambling story again.
That is too funny. I actually, there's only a few things that I like to play when I gamble. Like
Uh-huh.
I like slots. Okay, Norris, I see you down there, Norris. I see that you heard my lighter freaking giving me fits and shit, Norris. Um, yes, and I will puff pass in just a minute when I tell after I tell my story because you know I'm gonna cough a couple of times. Um, but I like playing blackjack. I like single or double deck blackjack.
Mm-hmm.
Um, to me, it's a little more challenging, but it's fun. To me. And
Now,
then go ahead.
I can play that.
Uh
That's the
huh.
one where it has to be like 21 and you have to beat the dealer, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I can do like a regular, if that makes sense.
Uh huh.
But I've heard, because there's somebody in my family that's really good at blackjack, and I'm not going to name that person. It's not Fumble, by the way. But they said that if you're at a table, you have to know all the rules, because if you
Yes.
play a card that was supposed to be your neighbor's card or something, like they'll.
Yes.
So I'm like, that's too many rules.
Yeah. It really matters where you sit down at the table,
Okay.
and it does it. So there's like this unsung etiquette when you sit down at the table. You never sit on the ends if you don't know what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of times, well, the one end is the first person that gets the card. And so if they make a stupid move, I mean, it can affect everybody else on the table.
See, that's too much for me.
Yeah.
That's too much
And
anxiety right
so
there.
there and well, and what you do is you have to remember the basics of when to hold and when to hit.
Hmm.
And remembering that the dealer, they have to hit on like a 16. They have anything. I think most dealers, I want to say that it's 14 and above, they have to hit or something. And they can, but if they get like I think it's like an 18, they can hold. They can hold on a certain number. And so you have to always assume that whatever card they turn over, that there's going to be a face card, a 10 or higher under there.
Okay.
Because, and that way, like say for example, or maybe it's they have to hold on a 17 or something. Anyways, that means that if they have anything under, let's say it's 16, they have anything under a 6, they're going to have to draw a card, and
Mhm.
the likelihood of them drawing, a face card, depending on how many decks you play with. And that's where it's all about, watching how many face cards get pulled, and watching that dealer and knowing what those basic rules are, so that you don't screw up, because people will get pissed. And
Yeah.
if a lot of times, if somebody doesn't know what they're doing and you sit down I always ask, hey, I'm not that great. Does anybody have a preference of where I sit? And
Okay.
some people are there just like me. They're just there to have a good time. And I don't go to expensive tables. Um I try to find like 25 and under,
Mm-hmm.
and stick with those, because it's usually, people that aren't that experienced like me. Now, I went into one casino in Colorado and I sat down on that table and I was hot. I mean, I was winning hand after, in 10 minutes, I was up to $1,000.
Jeez.
This guy walked in and sat down, and it was just me and two other friends of mine. We were the only ones in the whole fucking casino. It
Nice.
was wild. Yeah. And this guy walks in out of nowhere, sits down at the table. I won the first hand. The second hand, I lost. The third hand, I lost. And I played the fourth hand, and I pushed, which means I didn't win, I didn't lose. Well, I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
lost, basically. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I didn't win.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, I was like, I'm done. And I had like $960 or something like that. It's like, I'm done. And so I got up and walked away with that almost $1,000. And I was like, that would have never happened to me anywhere. Like, it just had to happen. So then I took the money and we went down the mountain to this really, really ritzy resort place. And I spent $650 on a room for the night. It was gorgeous.
There you go.
Yeah, we had these dudes that were really tall, and they had on fur coats and fur hats and shit. And they came and they valeted they were like, "Welcome to the Broadmoor." I was like, "Damn, Gina." I mean, the car's smelling like weed and everything else. And my friend is like, "We don't belong here." And I'm like, "Fucking right, we don't, but we're fixing to have a good time." And we did. I mean, that place was huge, and it was like really ritzy fritzy. Really ritzy fritzy.
That sounds like so much fun.
It was. Girl, if you ever went on vacation with me, shit. You was like, I gotta take you out more often. Yes, indeedy. Because I'm just one of those people that I'm social and I like getting out and about and seeing things I've never seen before.
I love
And
people watching.
hmm I bet there was a lot of that on the boat, huh?
You know it.
Yes.
You absolutely know it.
So I got a couple of questions about the cruise.
Okay.
Did you get seasick?
No, I don't ever get seasick. And I think that maybe because, growing up we went out on boats a lot or whatever, but
Hmm.
also in a big ship like that, I don't know that it's that easy to get seasick. But I see people with like their patches and things,
Hmm.
but I just think it's too big to, I guess, but people do it. So I guess you can get seasick.
So when you go, do you feel the boat rocking? I mean, do
You
you
can,
feel it?
you can at times. So in Alaska, not so much, we didn't feel it, but
Hmm.
coming into Victoria, British Columbia, we felt it. It was a lot.
Really?
And yes, so sometimes, so when we were on that day, when you're walking, sometimes it rocks and it catches you off guard, so then you like kind of
Yeah,
veer off to the
stumble.
left or to the right. It just depends on the weather and what's going on, but that was the only day that it was really, and it wasn't even that bad.
Uh-huh. Um, so when you're on the ship, like how far are you from, say, like if you wanted to go and get something to eat or a drink? I mean, are they centrally located to where you are?
I think that would really depend on your room, but it's not a far walk. So
Mhm.
whenever we go on a cruise, we always do the middle of the ship because that's where
Uh-huh.
you tend not to feel um the rocking as much. If you're on the front or the back, I think is where you feel it the most.
Mhm.
And usually like on this ship, the restaurants were the rest like the dining room itself was in the back of the ship. But all over the ship they have like little different restaurants that you can go into.
Mhm.
And for us, where our room was, it was literally we just walked downstairs and around the corner, and they were all right there.
Oh wow.
So it just
And
depends on where your room is.
and you said they have like a little casino on the ship
Mm-hmm.
or big casino?
Yep. They have, and it's like everything there. Any game that in your big casinos would be in there. Maybe not as
Yeah.
much, but they're there.
Right.
And they have
And
tournaments.
do they?
Mm-hmm.
That's
You can
cool.
sign up for a tournament.
And you could I heard that I've never been on a cruise
Oh, you'd
ever,
love it. You would love it.
and I think like I'm right. I think that I might get a little scared of getting stuck out at sea just because I don't swim good.
Well, they
Uh,
have those safety boats if something were to happen.
girl, I saw the Titanic. Mm-mm. You ain't fooling me with that shit. They're gonna be like, no, you look too butch. You gotta wait back with the men. Like, what the fuck?
I really don't think they're that far. Like, that's more of a fumble question because he's into that part of it. But I
Uh-huh.
really, in my personal opinion, I don't think you're that far from. I think you're just out enough in the international water so you can gamble and do those things. But I
Hmm.
really think you're still close to land. I think you're coasting close to it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like, did y'all get to see a lot of like any whales or sharks or dolphins or
So
any?
while we were cruising, we saw a lot of humpback whales. They were near
Mhm.
our ship. What else? Oh, we saw, I don't remember what it was. It was some creature that's out there. You'd have to ask. I
The Loch
didn't see
Ness.
it. Fumble did.
Yeah, I wonder what he was smoking. He probably got
I
into my gummies.
I want to say was it a I keep thinking seahorse, but that's not it. What's that other thing called?
Um, a shark,
No, not a
a
shark.
manatee, a whale, a porpoise,
Is it a sea lion?
a sea turtle, a sea lion, and
I don't know. Ask him. He saw it. I saw a lot of like where the whales push out the so on our tour when we went whale watching, she said it's really rare for you to see an orca whale, like like
mhm,
the big ones.
yeah,
So I think what we were seeing out there was humpbacks because she said those are more common and you would see them sometimes, but mostly you would see them spout their water up.
see, that would be so cool. That
It
would be
is.
so cool. Now, did you a sea otter?
Maybe
Ah,
that's what it is. Yep.
yeah.
He couldn't think of it.
Um, when y'all were in Alaska, was there any big icebergs or anything?
Not big. I'm trying to think if
Okay.
he already told you the story. Not big, but from far away, and he made fun of me. But from when you're in the ship and you're looking way out, I was like, "Oh my gosh, are those other like yachts or ships?" And he was like, "No, honey, that's ice." But he had to, he knew I didn't. So like if
Yeah,
we brought our binoculars with us. So when I looked in there, I was like, "Oh, it is." But from so far away, you think because it's like crystal clear or sometimes
yeah.
it was like blue reflecting off the water, I thought it was a yacht.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's cool. I would love to, and then like how as far as Alaska goes, um y'all got to like get off and go like on land.
Yeah, absolutely.
How
Georgia
was that?
girl said she walked on a glacier.
Oh.
We didn't get to do that. It was good. So we the only we did excursions every time we port. So we did the whale watching the one day and then we did the train excursion the next day. But you still have time to walk around the little town
Mhm.
and that's fun. So they have like restaurants and shops and not not like your mini mall, but just,
Right.
souvenir shops and stuff.
Was
So
it
that was
cold?
heck yeah, I was bringing freezing my
Really?
and my genius behind did not bring a jacket, so I had to buy one.
Not a
I br-
purple-headed yogurt slinger. What? The elusive purple-headed yogurt slinger?
I
Gotta
can't
say that real fast.
stand.
MRH went on a cruise and will never go again.
Some people don't like them. So Fumble doesn't care for him as much.
Yeah.
Um, he he would prefer to, I guess, stay somewhere and then be able to travel at his own leisure. So
Mm-hmm.
when you're on the ship, you're on a scheduled time. Like they drop you off at 7:30 and then you have to board back on the ship by 7:30 at night or whatever their times are.
Mm-hmm.
I like them personally because I feel like it's all inclusive, so I don't have to worry about dinner, I don't have to worry about breakfast, lunch, snacks, because they're open all hours of the night. Some of them are. You have room service and that's free too if you wanted to do that. So like in the
Mm-hmm.
mornings they would bring me my coffee because Bumble would sleep in and I would drink my coffee and read my book, but it's like all there. I don't have to worry about where we're going to sleep for the night, what we're going to do. Like
Yeah.
it's wonderful. It's like a hotel room on a ship where they feed you.
Cool. Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking one day. I don't
Would
know.
love it.
Yeah, I'd probably want to do more of. I don't know that I could do the cold. Like I just.
I If you do. So we did a balcony room. We
Mm-hmm.
always have done a balcony room. I would not do it for Alaska again. Like it was so cold we couldn't even utilize our balcony.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
wow. I tell you, the one that I want to do is off the East Coast, and it goes up, like into the Canada area in the fall when the
Mhm.
leaves are changing and stuff.
That's
Um,
pretty.
yeah, I have a friend of mine that went on one a couple of years ago, and I mean, she said the pictures don't even do it justice, and I was just like, wow,
They
wow,
don't.
it
Like the
was
things
amazing.
that we saw and we took pictures of, I was like, "Oh my gosh, it doesn't even."
Yeah. Well,
It's
that's where
so
did y'all go? Yellowstone? Is that where y'all went with the buffalo picture?
yes. That's Fumble and
Yeah.
his buffalo whispering self.
Okay, that shit was so funny to me. I want to go there. That
You
shit's
would love that.
expensive.
Yellowstone?
Yeah.
Do you mean to
Hmm.
get there or
All the above.
oh,
Like I looked at lodging up around that camp. I was
yeah.
like, what the fuck? Yeah.
I do know that like if you stay in or around Yellowstone, some of the reservations you have to make a year out because they're so
Mm-hmm.
busy
Mm-hmm. Well, and yeah, bison.
I was gonna say
Bison,
don't call them
buffalo,
buffalo.
whatever. Oh, I know, Norse. I want to so bad. And then I have a friend of mine. She just got back from the Grand Tetons, and she said that
That's beautiful.
yes. I was like, OMG. And um, I would say that she's not a professional photographer, but she's
Mm-hmm.
close to it. And she took some of the most amazing pictures. And someone else, I think, is it maybe it's Mountain Girl, that's usually out kayaking or on the river or whatever with the clear water and the mountains in
Yeah,
the,
that's Mountain
I'm
View.
like, oh my God. I'm jealous. I want to go there.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So anywhere but the middle of fucking Texas in the dead ass summer.
I liked Texas when we went. I didn't like the drivers.
Well, I mean, yeah, the
That
drivers are kind of nuts.
it was in
Um,
Dallas.
oh yeah. And Dallas,
Horrible.
they have some jacked up highways in Dallas. Like I don't know how an interstate goes I-35, north south. Like what the hell does that even mean?
Right.
And they do them Dallas drivers are terrible. They're worse than
Horrible.
Houston. Yeah. They scare me up there. Scare me. Austin is even worse though. It's like the Autobahn when you get into Austin. It's crazy. It's a cross between that and a dirt track.
I want to visit Waco.
The Wacko from Waco, David Koresh, the Branch Davidians, the home of Baylor University.
Goodness gracious! I guess I don't want to go now.
That's not too far from me.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's about a little over an hour.
You know where
Right up.
else I want to go? Salt Lake City.
I would love to visit Utah. I don't
Sorry,
I,
Norris.
I don't know much about Salt Lake City, but um I love the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that there's something majestic about them. So yeah, I would be. And then they got that, what is it, the Devil's River, the Salt River or something? It's like a real turquoisey blue that goes through the desert. Maybe that's just on the internet, but
I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about. You know more than I do.
mhm. Yeah, I like the beach, okay, but you end up with sand and weird places.
I hate the beach.
You do?
Mm-hmm. I'd rather a lake, or some people call it creek. We call it
Yep.
creek.
What? No way. What do you call it? What do you call it?
The creek.
The creek.
The creek.
You got old creek back there? We might see us a grizzly bear. Go down to the creek and fetch us some water.
Do you ever watch that guy? When you said that, it reminded me of that guy.
Which one?
The one that goes, "What? No way." He's
Um,
like
the 40-year-old guy,
he's like Canadian.
and he does the YouTube videos.
I think so. It's like tools, and then he.
Yes,
I love him.
yes, and he's like, "How did I not know this? How did it take me 40 years?" Yeah,
What? No
no
way.
way. And I don't even know. I guess I must have picked it up from watching him, but yeah, I catch stuff people say all the time, and I'm like, all of a sudden I'm like, where did I get that from? But yeah, um, and then the other one is, I don't even know what show it came from, but it's like, um, I'm fine, everything's fine, everything's fine.
I don't
But
know
did
what
you
that is
die?
from. Right.
No. All right then. So
See, Fast Eddie says it the same.
he goes down to the creek and checks out the beavers, the angry beavers. Are they hairy beavers or angry beavers? What kind of beavers are they, Fast Eddie? Please educate us on your creek beavers. Fast Eddie and his creek beavers.
It's better
Fast
than
Eddie and
wretch.
his creek beavers. Are they beavers or skeezers?
Bald albino.
Oh, oh wow. That's exotic. Now he's got exotic creek beavers.
Oh,
Wow.
Lord.
I know. Well, I will say that I thoroughly enjoyed you tonight on panel with me,
Thanks. Even though I was
or me
not
with
very
you.
not very
Host,
informative, but I'm
oh,
learning.
whatever hostess with the mostest, you did a great job.
Oh, did you see MRH over
Yeah, shaved beavers. Those are the angry ones. Because, honey, let me tell you, if you don't keep that sucker hairless,
there? Oh my
it's gonna be
God.
angry about day number 3 when the stubble starts coming over the rubble. Honey, you can hang it up.
All right, now that I'm completely red, y'all.
Yeah, that beaver's gonna act like it's got fleas. It's gonna be scratchy, itchy, whatever. So, Catfish Stevensville.
Thank you.
Stevensville is like mm, north. I'm gonna say like North Central Texas. So, Huggy Bear's the owner of the Angry Creek Beavers. Mad Mabel and Pissed Off Patty. They're the new Creek Squad.
Golly, I should have never said nothing.
I know. I'm sorry.
No,
Now,
I'm just.
I'm gonna have to go make a video about it now.
Sing me a song, would you?
Yeah, I will. I will definitely. I'm gonna have to find a beaver filter.
This is
Yep.
gonna be hysterical.
Yep. You never know what you're gonna get. Sharon is Karen. You know what I mean?
Sharon's Karen.
Yep.
Thank you for sharing your time.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing your panel. Hostess with the mostest. And for all you great people that have shared your evening with us, we thank you so very much.
Thank you.
No ambies were harmed in the making of this live.
Thank goodness.
Yes, indeed. And Fumble can still be proud of his channel. I hope. I think. So. Yep.
All right. Well, good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody. Y'all come back now. You heard? Toodles poodles.